Milt May is going to come out of this game. Milt May can hit lefties, but Keith Moreland has been a clutch batter for the Phillies. We'll get him against the lefty. He'll take over behind the plate. So 1 out. Bases loaded. The 3-2 pitch to Keith Moreland. Misses outside. 3-3 ball game. Good at bat by Moreland to work the walk. Now Julio Franco. 1 for 3. Huge at bat. Here's the pitch. Franco nails it through the drawn in infield. That's a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Here comes another run to the plate. The throw. Not in time. 2-run score. Phillies take a 5-3 lead here in the top of the 7th. Welcome in, everybody. JudgeMetalTV. The 1982 National League Championship Series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds continues. In this episode, it will be Game 5. Steve Carlton trying to clinch this one for the Phillies, who will be going up against Frank Pastore. A rematch of Game 1, where Carlton beat Pastore behind home runs from Franco and Mike Schmidt. Final score in the first game, 7-3. Phillies currently lead this series 3-1. You saw in the last episode, Game 4. The Reds led that one 3-2 for most of the game. But then late, Phillies rally, end up winning that one 10-3 behind Larry Anderson with the win. Frank DiPino took the loss. Home runs from Gary Maddox and Ryne Sandberg, their first of the playoffs for each of them. So the Phillies up 3-1. The Yankees swept the Royals. So the Yankees are waiting for the winner of this Yankees-Reds series. Now the Reds are hitting the ball. Look at some of these guys. Pete Rose hitting .500. He's 8 for 16. George Foster, 7 for 17, a .412 batting average. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs in 4 games. Dave Collins, .353 with 6 hits. Johnny Bench, 5 hits in this series. So the Reds are bringing the bats. They're getting the hits. On the Phillies side of it, Dick Davis off the bench, 2 for 3 with a pair of big hits. He drove in 2 runs. Lonnie Smith starting to hit the ball in this series for sure, 8 for 15. Mike Schmidt, 8 for 18. He was 4 for 46 with no home runs against the Reds in the regular season. 8 for 18, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs. Carried the Phillies to that Game 3 win with a 3 home run performance. And there's Larry Boa hitting .400 with 6 hits. Ryne Sandberg is 7 for 19. So here we go. Phillies can clinch. Steve Carlton, they've got their ace on the mound. Pastore is a good one. Should be a tough ball game. But let's head down to the field and let's knock out Game 5 of the National League Championship Series 1982. Phillies versus the Reds. All right, here we are one last time in Cincinnati for this National League Championship Series. For the Reds, you've got Terry Poole in right, George Foster on left. Dave Collins is in center. Across the infield, Lenny Randle gets a start at third base today. Rick Burleson back in at shortstop. Tommy Herr and Pete Rose at second and first. And of course, Johnny Bench behind the plate. Frank Pastore on the mound, 1-1, 13 1/3 innings. He's given up 17 hits, 8 strikeouts, just 1 walk, a 5.40 ERA. He gets the start for the Cincinnati Reds. For the Phillies, same lineup they've had in every game of this series. It's Lonnie Smith leading off, Ryne Sandberg at second, Mike Schmidt at third. Jack Clark, Milt May, Julio Franco, Gary Maddox in center. Larry Boa on the mound and pitching will be lefty Steve Carlton. Here we go. Pastore winds, gets this game underway. Ground ball past the shortstop into left field. Lonnie Smith leads off with a base hit. Pitch on the way. There goes Lonnie Smith. He's going to slide into second. Safe. Stolen base for Lonnie Smith. Sandberg steps in, 12 for 31. That's .387, a .424 on base percentage. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, miss. Sandberg down on strikes. 1 away. Mike Schmidt steps in, 11 for 31, 5 home runs, 12 RBIs in the playoffs. 3-2 pitch. Hits it up the middle, base hit. That's going to get past the shortstop. Lonnie Smith will come around third. He will score. Give Schmidt the RBI single. Phillies take a 1-0 lead. So with Schmidt on first, Jack Clark steps in. He's 10 for 33. Just one home run in the playoffs. He's knocked in 4. He was a big part of the wild card series. Pitch on the way. Gets away from bench. Schmidt will move up to second. Three-2 pitch. Clark lifts that ball high and deep to right field. Going back, he's not going to get that one. Home run, Jack Clark. Phillies take a 3-0 lead in the top of the first. Who's raining down here in Cincinnati? It is early. The Reds have been able to drive in a lot of runs, get a lot of hits in this series. So this thing is far from over. Milt May, 1 out. Ground ball to second baseman Tommy Herr throws him out 2 away. And now Julio Franco, 9 for 28 with a homer. Pastor's pitch. Hits that ball in the center field. On comes Collins, makes the catch. Ends the top of the first, but the Phillies get 3. 2 on the home run by Jack Clark. We're gone to the bottom of the first. Phillies up 3-0. Carlton takes the mound. He is 1-0, 14 innings, 13 hits, 12 strikeouts, a 2.57 ERA. He will face Terry Poole to start things off. And here's the 1-1 from Carlton. Well, lifts that ball into right field. Jack Clark drifts over. He's got it 1 away. Tommy Herr now, 9 for 31. Carlton winds and delivers. Walked him. Walked him on 4 pitches. Brings George Foster to the plate, 11 for 38 in the playoffs. He has been hot in this series. Carlton's pitch. Foster swings and misses, struck him out. Gets him with a changeup. 2 down here in the first. And now Johnny Bench, 8 for 35. He has been pretty good in this series. Pitch on the way inside. There's the throw down by May. Not in time. Stolen base. Three-2 pitch now to Bench. Hits it the other way. Clark on the run. Tracks it down to end the inning. Carlton in the top of the lineup against Pastor. Pastor settled in, gave up 3 in the first. There's Carlton with a lead-off single. Slaps that ball into left field. Frank Pastor will come out of this ball game. He will be replaced by Bill Bonham. Bonham's just pitched a third of an inning in these playoffs. 1982 regular season, he was in 42 games, had a 3.29 ERA and 54 2/3 innings. Carlton on first, nobody out. 2-1 pitch to Lonnie Smith. Smith hits it in the air. It's sinking fast. It's going to drop in front of Foster. Carlton to second. Smith to first with a single. Sandberg now with 2 men on, nobody out. Hits that ball on the nose deep to left field. Going back in the corner. Fair foul. A fair ball. Phillies open this one up 6-0 after the 3-run home run. by Ryne Sandberg. That's 367 feet down the left field line. 6-0 in the top of the 5th. So now 2 on, 1 out, Dave Collins. Carlton's pitch. Back up the middle past Boa. That's in the center field. Maddox up with it. Hold the runner at third base. So now bases are loaded. 1 out. Reds got a rally going. Dan Ford will hit. Ford is just 1 for 9 in the playoffs. 1-2 pitch from Carlton. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout for lefty. 2 down here in the 6th inning. Burleson, the shortstop, 1 for 2 today. Pitch from Carlton. Gets away from Milt May. A run will come in. 6-1 ball game. One pitch. Hit into the air. Left field. Lonnie Smith is there to end the inning. Reds get a run. Could have been much, much worse. 6 are done. It's 6-1 Phils. So 2 men on for Schmidt. 3-2 pitch. Schmidt drives that ball down the left field line into the corner. Cut off nicely by Foster. That'll score 1 run. Schmidt in the 2nd with a double. Lefty comes out for the 7th. He's sitting at 85 pitches. Got Farmer and Glenn Hoffman throwing just in case there's trouble here in the 7th. Randall, Cubbage, and Terry Poole due up. Ground ball. Franco up with it unassisted to first base. 1 out. Mike Cubbage, 0 for 1 today. Joe on the way, swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Carlton, 2 down. Terry Poole is 1 for 3. Ground ball past Sandberg into right field. Terry Poole keeps the inning alive. And Tommy Herr will step in. 0 for 2. Carlton's pitch, runner going. Milt May's throw will not be in time. Stolen base, Terry Poole. 2-2 pitch now to Tommy Herr. Ground ball. Sandberg's up with it. Throw to first to end the inning. We're through 7. Phillies 8, Reds 1. Top of the 9th. Habrowski's pitch. Schmidt nails that ball deep to right field, going back into the corner and gone. 6th home run of the playoffs for Mike Schmidt. Puts the Phillies up 10-1. All right, Joe Price, the former Red, will take the mound. Phillies 3 outs away. McGraw is getting ready in the bullpen just in case. It's a 10-1 ball game. Burleson, Randall, and Cubbage are due up. Price, 2 1/3. He's given up 4 hits. He's got an 11.57 ERA. The lefty will start off the bottom of the 9th. 3 outs from an NLCS. Here's the pitch. Hit into the air. Shallow left center. Caught by Maddox. That's 1 down. 2 outs away. Lenny Randall. 0 for 3 today. 2 for 12 in the playoffs. The 0-1 pitch from Price. It's a line drive. Boa is there. 2 down. The Phillies now 1 out away from the Yankees in the 1982 World Series. Mike Cubbage, first baseman, is 0 for 2 today. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Price. Fly ball into the gap in right field. Clark's not going to get that. That will one-hop the fence. Cubbage into second with a 2-out double. And now Terry Poole, due for 4 tonight. The 1-0 pitch from Price. Fly ball into center field. Maddox can't get to it. It's over his head. That's going to score a run. Poole pulls up into second with a double. 10-2. Now Tommy Herr, George Foster on deck. Herr is 0 for 3. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Joe Price. Ground ball back to the mound. Price is up with it. He'll throw to first. Phillies are National League champions of 1982. They win Game 5 and win the series 4-1. Phillies are on their way to the World Series to face the New York Yankees. Well, Joe Price isn't exactly on fire right now. Phillies need him to figure it out because the Yankees are going to be tough, but they are the 1982 National League champions after a 10-2 victory over the Cincinnati Reds, 3 in the first, 3 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth, then a run apiece in the eighth and ninth. 10 runs on 15 hits, 2 runs on 10 hits for the Reds. Lonnie Smith, 3 hits and 3 runs scored. Ryne Sandberg, 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. He scored twice. Mike Schmidt, 3 for 4. He drove in 3, scored twice himself, hit his 6th home run of the playoffs. His 5th in the series against the Reds. I feel like Schmidt might be the series MVP. We'll see what they say. Jack Clark, 3 hits, drove in 2, scored a run. He's hitting .342 with 2 homers, 6 RBIs in the playoffs. For the Reds, Terry Poole had 3 hits. George Foster had a pair, but Foster had some chances early. And we'll take a look at the pitching. This was the big difference in tonight's ball game. Pastor falls to 1-2 in the playoffs. He went 4 innings, gave up 5 hits. He actually left with an injury. He gave way to Bill Bonham, who gave up 2 runs in 2 innings. Lacoste, 3 runs in 2 innings. Phillies kept pouring it on. Steve Carlton goes to 2-0 in the playoffs. 7 innings, 7 hits, just 1 earned run. He had 5 strikeouts through 98 pitches, a 2.14 ERA in the playoffs. Tekulve worked the 8th. Joe Price works the 9th, gives up a couple of hits with 2 outs, gives up a run, but got the final out against his former team, and he is on his way to the series. Mike Schmidt is your player of the game. 55,850 Reds fans leaving this one disappointed as the series is over. Phils win it 4-1. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for hanging out. This has been an absolute blast to play this 1982 season. We've got one more series to go. Best of 7 against the Yankees. We'll take a look at them in the next video. We'll do a little preview before Game 1. Get you familiar with that roster. But Dave Winfield, Ron Guidry, Dave Righetti, those are the names you're going to be seeing in the next series. So thanks again for hanging out. Like and subscribe, post a comment. Anyway, once again, thanks again. We'll see you in the next episode for Game 1 of the World Series, the 1982 World Series. Ryne Sandberg stays in Philly, and oh, by the way, hits a 3-run homer in the game. He has been outstanding in the playoffs, making a big contribution to this team and this series. So we'll see you in Game 1 of the 1982 World Series.